Hey, it's Ryan from the Carb Situation. Remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a trainer. I'm just a human guinea pig who likes to read a lot and willing to experiment. If you go on the journey with me, maybe you'll learn what I learned. Oh yeah, and I curse a lot. Let's do this. Hey guys, it's time for another What the Fuck Wednesday. Today I got a good one. We're going to talk about the keto diet. And is the keto diet a fad, the new fad? Well, I could yell spoiler alert, but you'd probably just shut off the video and move on. And I really want you to get this. So let's take some time for a quick history lesson. Oh shit, I just lost half the viewers. Well, for the other half of you that's still here, thanks for hanging around. And let's talk about us, humans. Human beings came around about 2 to 2.5 million years ago, according to fossil records. So animals that walked upright and had a big prefrontal cortex started happening. The guys who could make tools out of stones, stuff like this, about 2 million years ago, let's say. Okay? And they branched out into a bunch of different kinds of humans, and the ones that prevailed were called Homo sapiens, and that's us. So Homo sapiens have been around for about 300,000 years. Pretty much that entire time, all we were doing was killing animals and eating their meat, and occasionally eating some berries for a little bit of variety, and sometimes even eating plants. There were old tribes that were basically vegetarian, and that's okay too. But we were eating natural plants and killing animals and eating their meat. Now, about 12,000 years ago, agriculture happened. And that's when we found out we could plant crops and grow stuff and feed each other. And we wouldn't have to kill so many animals. Plus, our population was starting to get bigger. And agriculture was a good thing in that regard. And also, somewhere around this time, we also became more global and less local. What I mean was, we started getting in boats and going across the ocean, and we could go to the Americas, or we could go to Africa or India. We could go all over these places, but it took a long time because we didn't have airplanes yet. So we needed certain foods that we could put on the boats that would not rot, and that's where flour comes in. Because flour, you can put it on a boat for several weeks, and nothing bad happens to it, bugs won't eat it, and when you get there, you can make edible things out of it. And then sugar is the last one I want to talk about. That's only been around for about 400 or 500 years. And especially clever ways to get sugar into almost everything we eat has only been around, like high fructose corn syrup, in the last century. So sugar is very new to us as a species. So let's think about that timeline for a minute. Homo sapiens have been around for about 300,000 years. And if you want to get crazy, you can talk about the human species has been around for about 2 to 2.5 million years. But Homo sapiens alone have been around for 300,000 years. And we've only had agriculture for about 12,000 years, and we've only had sugar for like 400 or 500 years. So my point is that it's a tiny sliver of our timeline in which we've been eating the stuff that is normal to us today. So for like 99% of our history, we were eating meat and plants, raw, real food. And for the most recent 1%, we've been eating flour and sugar and vegetable oils and all kinds of crap like this. And the reason I told you that whole story is because I think that the Western diet that we eat now, that's the fad diet. The keto diet is the original human diet. Okay, so the keto diet, no, it's not a fad diet. If anything, I would say the Western typical diet is the fad diet. That brings me to my last point that I want to talk about, the word diet. So I looked up diet in the dictionary, and I didn't want to memorize all these words, so I printed it out. And the word diet has 2 meanings as a noun and 1 as a verb. As a noun, it can mean the kinds of food that a person, animal, or community habitually eats, or a special course of food to which one restricts oneself either to lose weight or for medical reasons, as in, I'm going on a diet. Or as a verb, restrict oneself to small amounts or special kinds of food in order to lose weight. as in it's difficult to diet. The reason I bring this up is because I think it's important for us to talk about what we eat in a smart way. Okay, if you have watched some of my previous videos, we talked about why diets don't work. So don't go on the keto diet and eat like you're supposed to for a while and then get off the keto diet and start eating crap again, because you'll go right back to where you were at. Instead, talk about what you eat as your diet. As in, I eat a low carb diet, or I don't really eat sugar in my diet. I hope you can see the distinction there. I don't want us to talk about diets in the temporary sense, as in, well, I'm on a certain diet, so I can or can't eat this or that. Start thinking of your diet as the things you eat. And I think it will provide a psychological advantage so that you don't have to think about temporary things that aren't going to help in the long run. So that's my little rant for the day. The next time someone says, oh, are you on the keto diet? Answer them however you like. I like to say, well, I eat a low carb diet. And that's how I eat normally all the time. But don't start telling people, oh, I'm on the such and such diet, because you're basically saying, I'm changing my way of eating for a little while, and then I'm going to go back to eating the crap I ate before, and I hope it sticks. And we all know that's not going to work. So make sure you don't have a bunch of crap in your diet. Don't go on a diet. Just eat smart things in your diet. All right, that's all I got for today. The keto diet, while an annoying term that's a new buzzword that helps big corporations sell things, is not the new fad diet. It is the original human diet, the keto diet. If you eat a low carb diet, you're eating like humans are supposed to eat. If you eat a high carbohydrate diet full of flour, vegetable oils, and sugar, then you are eating the new fad diet that leads to obesity, metabolic syndrome, diabetes, and Western diseases. So call it what you want. If you want to go on the keto diet forever, you've got my support. All right, that's all I got for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to share more. Remember to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. Check out my website. I got a bunch of shit there. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.